Hello everybody and welcome back to the new VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today, we're checking out some upcoming titles like Solaris Offworld Combat. The Oculus Quest is getting some pretty amazing updates, and images of the HP Reverb G2 have leaked online. We're checking out all this and more, and if you like the video guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Okay, let's get into this. So first up in the game news, there is a demo available for the new Ironman PlayStation VR title. If you are a PlayStation VR owner, I assume this is already on your wish list, but if you needed something to help you decide if the game is worth your time, well here it is. So next up, the once VR arcade exclusive Tower Tag is coming to Steam and Viveport this week on May 28th. Tower Tag is a cyberpunk themed shooter with a grappling hook locomotion system. You'll be pulling yourself from tower to tower as you battle it out in matches up to 4v4. There's 3 different game modes and 10 separate maps to play on. Checking out the combat, I'm really intrigued about this title. I'm just concerned it might not be able to maintain a player base. So next up, we got a launch trailer for Airborne. This game looks to be a crazy mix between Space Pirate Trainer and Thumper. Rather than your traditional wave shooter, Airborne allows you to fly in 360 degrees. It definitely makes combat look much more intense, and this game does have unlockable perks and a loadout system. So as you play and earn experience, you will be able to customize your weapons. Now I'm definitely excited to check this game out, but unfortunately it's not going to be available until July 24th. So last in the game news, we got some behind the scenes footage of Solaris Offworld Combat. Now this is a highly anticipated upcoming shooter, which will launch on the Rift and Oculus Quest and eventually become available on the PlayStation VR. The video really doesn't give us much more than hype building, and they do spend a little bit of time explaining how this game will be VR inside of VR. The concept behind the game is you are competing in a digital world, and that will be reflected in aspects of the game like the arena itself. Walls will have an effect or some type of telltale sign just to remind you that you are indeed in a digital world. It's an interesting concept, and they do show off some really cool CGI, but I'm yet to see anything that really sells me on this title. So moving into the software news, this is a pretty big week for Oculus Quest owners. A nifty little feature known as Playspace Scan is coming to the Oculus Quest, and this will basically check your Playspace area when you set up your Guardian, just in case you were maybe being too hasty and overlooked some obstruction. It's also an extra layer of idiot proofing, which is always welcome. The Oculus Store is also set to start releasing productivity apps. With remote work currently being the norm, there's an increased demand for productivity apps. Imagine being able to add some virtual monitors to your current desktop. While something like this is just a concept, and I don't see VR replacing physical monitors anytime soon, mainly due to comfort and clarity, this is, however, a really cool glimpse into what the future may be. Oculus is also finally graduating hand tracking to a full-fledged feature. Previously, it was just an experimental feature. Well, it is leaving beta, and third-party hand-tracked applications will release on May 28th. Now, the first games set to release with hand tracking include Elixir, The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets, and Waltz of the Wizard. I'm still not remotely close to being sold on using hand tracking in-game, but I do like this feature in other applications, such as Netflix. Okay, so moving into the hardware news, we got a really cool demo of the HTC Lip Tracking module used in the game NeosVR. Now, the lip tracking module itself is not a new product. HTC was showing this off over a year ago, and unfortunately, they made the decision not to commercialize this product. Now, that didn't stop the user Fruxius from using it to implement face tracking in NeosVR. This video is an amazing example of how much more immersion we get with additional tracking, and I'm hoping someone eventually releases a commercial product just like this. I mean, it's been almost a year now, and we still don't have anything really cool to plug into the frunk of our Valve Index. Speaking of the Valve Index, it might be getting some steep competition in the near future. User Walking Cat has released some supposed images of the new HP Reverb G2. Now, Walking Cat has successfully leaked images in the past, and it does seem to line up with some of the rumors we have already heard about this headset, namely additional tracking cameras. There's still not a lot known about this headset, but their promotional material promises no compromises. And it was a collaborative effort between Microsoft, HP, and Valve. Now, Valve's influence does appear in the overall design, and aspects like the off-ear speaker and padded head strap are extremely familiar. The controllers, on the other hand, seem to mimic the Oculus Quest controllers. It's a much nicer design compared to the older Windows Mixed Reality controllers. Now, my expectations for this headset include a reduced price tag compared to the Valve Index because it will not require base station tracking, and you can probably expect it in the $600 range. It'll have those amazing high-resolution screens, or possibly an even newer version than the ones we currently see on the HP Reverb. The overall FOV will be increased by reducing stereo overlap. Tracking will be at least on par with Facebook's inside-out tracking system. The overall comfort level and feel will be similar to the Valve Index, and it will have comparable audio quality. Now, if you tell me no compromises, that's what I'm expecting. And I'm even hoping for the ability to still somehow use base station tracking. But for now, we just gotta wait for more information. Speaking of more information, I will have an additional video out tomorrow. I'm gonna be covering some amazing new hardware, but unfortunately, I can't talk about it just yet. Okay guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on next time.